Calaroga Shark Media. Hello, and welcome to Romance Weekly. This episode is titled Everlasting Christmas.
In the charming town of Camden Park, where the streets sparkled with festive Christmas lights and the air was filled with the aroma of freshly baked gingerbread cookies, there resided a woman named Ashley. Known for her sharp wit and independent spirit, Ashley had experienced her fair share of relationships that had left her feeling cynical about love. She had become adept at predicting the patterns of romance, and her skepticism was her shield. One chilly December morning, as the town was abuzz with holiday preparations, Ashley sat in a quaint cafe, sipping her coffee and engrossed in a book. Little did she know that her world was on the verge of a transformation due to the arrival of a charismatic stranger named Ben. Ben had recently relocated to Camden Park, drawn by its charm and the promise of a fresh start. He was a kind-hearted man with a passion for life and an unwavering belief in the magic of the holiday season. When he entered the cafe and saw Ashley, he felt an inexplicable connection, as if destiny had brought them together. With a warm smile, Ben approached Ashley's table and initiated a conversation. His genuine interest and easygoing charm quickly had Ashley lowering her defenses, and they found themselves engaged in lively discussions, sharing stories and laughter. As the weeks went by, Ben persisted in pursuing Ashley with unwavering determination. He surprised her with small gestures of kindness, from unexpected gifts to handwritten notes that brightened her day. Ashley, who had been so guarded, found herself gradually opening up to the possibility of love. But as their connection deepened, Ashley couldn't help but voice her doubts. She had seen this story play out before, and she was determined not to be hurt again. One evening, as they strolled through the town square adorned with twinkling Christmas decorations, she turned to Ben and remarked, "I know how this goes, you know. We'll fall in love, and then out of nowhere, you'll get a job in another city and we'll break up." Ben gazed into her eyes with sincerity and replied, "I understand your fears, Ashley, but I'm not like the others. I've moved to Camden Park because I want to be here, with you. I'm not planning on leaving anytime soon." For a while, Ashley allowed herself to believe in the possibility of a lasting love. Their days were filled with shared adventures, cozy nights by the fireplace, and whispered promises of forever. They forged a connection that was unlike any Ashley had ever experienced. However, life had a way of testing their love. As they chatted about various topics, Ben finally mustered the courage to broach the subject that had been weighing on his mind for weeks. He cleared his throat and said, "Ashley, there's something I need to talk to you about." Ashley raised an eyebrow, her sharp wit always at the ready. "Oh, and here I thought you were going to serenade me with a love song." Ben chuckled nervously. "Well, this is a bit more serious. I've received a job offer." Ashley's expression remained composed, but her eyes betrayed a hint of concern. "A job offer? In another city, I assume?" Ben nodded, his gaze earnest. "Yes, it's a great opportunity, one that I never expected, but it would mean leaving Camden Park." Ashley leaned back in her chair, her lips curving into a wry smile. "Of course it would. I knew this would happen." Ben looked taken aback by her response. "You did?" Ashley's tone was both teasing and resigned. "Oh, absolutely. It's like clockwork, isn't it? We fall in love and then suddenly, there's a job in another city. It's practically a romance cliché." Ben couldn't help but laugh at her candidness. "I promise you, Ashley, this wasn't part of some grand plan. It's just how life unfolded." Ashley's gaze softened, and she reached across the table to place her hand on his. "I know, Ben. I'm not blaming you. It's just, I've seen it happen so many times before." Ben squeezed her hand gently. I understand your reservations, but this time I want you to know that I'm not leaving because I want to. I'm leaving because I have to, and it breaks my heart to do so. Ashley's defenses began to crumble as she looked into his sincere eyes. I don't want to say goodbye to you, Ben. Ben smiled warmly. Then don't. Let's find a way to make this work, despite the distance. Because, Ashley, I've realized that you're worth fighting for no matter where life takes us. They decided to part ways, their farewell filled with tears and bittersweet goodbyes. Ashley returned to her independent life, while Ben embarked on his new journey in the distant city, their love now a distant memory. Months passed, and the pain of separation weighed heavily on both Ashley and Ben. They missed each other deeply, their hearts yearning for the love they had shared in Camden Park. Ashley's cynicism had crumbled, replaced by a profound longing for the man who had shown her a love she had never believed possible. One snowy evening, as Christmas approached, Ashley found herself standing in the town square, surrounded by the same twinkling lights that had witnessed her farewell to Ben. She looked up at the starry sky, her heart heavy with longing, and whispered a silent wish for a second chance at love. Unbeknownst to her, Ben had experienced a similar change of heart. The city and the job were no longer as appealing as the love he had left behind in Camden Park. He realized that he couldn't bear to be without Ashley any longer. With a newfound determination, Ben returned to Camden Park, seeking out Ashley in the very cafe where they had first met. When he found her there, their eyes met, and the years apart melted away. The love they had shared was still alive, stronger than ever. Ashley and Ben's reunion was filled with tears of joy and heartfelt apologies. They had both grown and changed during their time apart, and they were determined not to let their love follow the same old pattern. This time they were willing to fight for their love, to make it last. As Christmas approached, the town of Camden Park celebrated their reunion with open arms. The streets sparkled even brighter, the holiday decorations more magical than ever. Ashley and Ben knew that their love was truly everlasting, a love that had conquered doubt and distance. In the town of Camden Park, where love had triumphed over cynicism and obstacles, Ashley and Ben's love story became a symbol of hope and renewal. It was a reminder that sometimes love could surprise even the most skeptical hearts, leaving them feeling uplifted and inspired, and proving that true love could indeed conquer all.
Romance Weekly is a Calaroga Shark Media production, written and hosted by A.I. McIntyre, produced by Mark Francis. Executive producers Mark Francis and John McDermott.
Calaroga Shark Media.